Hello and hey, and today we're going to be messing around with golf with your friends, this time the Full Power Oasis guide. Again, guide is a loose term for this. And we're going to go ahead and aim over here, but really any particular shot that gets you looking at the hole directly for the first one is okay. As you saw there, I just want to go for the bonus points. And again, we're aiming for the rims on Oasis. Hole number 2, we're going to go ahead and go 2 forward and 2 to the right. And we're going to not need to be ultra specific. This is sort of going to be a theme. After we get through hole 3, I'll start talking about it a little bit more. On hole 3, we do end up aiming at the flag of hole 2, and we want to make sure we tend a little bit left, but still definitely on the flag, just like a pixel left of center. That's going to knock us down for probably the easiest hole-in-one method for this hole. Hole 4, we're going to go ahead and set up a shot because of the basically impossible nature of being close to that and getting it in the hole. It just would be super difficult, so we'll go ahead and have a setup here. This isn't specific because there is a bowl on top, so any hole that has a bowl, I tried to go out of my way to show the 2 or the lowest score. Any holes that don't have a bowl around them, such as this hole, if I got close enough and you could see what I was trying to do, I kind of left it alone. So hope that doesn't make anybody too upset. Again, this was sort of more for fun, but you would have to, if I do make it and show it off, you'd have to get the first shot pixel perfect aim, and then you'd have to do exactly again what I was doing for my second shot for this quote unquote guide to be of use, and that's why you see me get a 3 there. Hole 6. I believe it probably to be possible to get down to that left one in 1. I did not bother too hard to find it. I think it'd be a pretty specific shot, don't get me wrong. And then our second shot's just going to be right at that light block corner that you saw me intersecting with. And again, I did want to show off the 2, so this is the one I decided to go for. I was finding the shot with this one. Don't be alarmed by the 17 strokes. It's not very hard. Hole 7, we could just go ahead and shoot the normal shot. I think almost everybody should know about that by now, so I'm not going to go too much into it, I guess. Hole number 8, a little bit for bonus points. We went ahead and turned around and shot it backwards. This is not a requirement of the shot. You can go straight forwards as well. And again, we're going to aim at the very edge of the cup when we're this close. Hole number 9, basically anywhere your first shot will work, as long as you end up on the stretch of land that you can see the hole. The further back, I would say the better. So this one was actually pretty beneficial. I aimed directly at the cup for this, but you may not want to with how much momentum you'll have. But you see me go ahead and knock down the 2. Again, that's more of a pixel perfect thing. You might want to aim a little bit more left to get the third bounce, not the second bounce, that sort of thing. Hole 10 is a little bit strange. I don't know why it took so long here, but this does give me kind of a chance to talk about it. What happens is I take my shot, and this isn't where the shot ends up, so don't take note of this, but I'm going to disconnect, and that's not that big of a deal. So you're going to see the scorecard change after this, just so you know. And then I'm on stroke 28, so we're here at hole 10. This also happens again, I believe. But on this hole, we need to be just off to the side of the hole, but we obviously want to kind of maintain where we are, because there's an invisible wall if we end up completely straight with the hole that will hit and it'll launch us over, but will not have the speed to continue. So that was kind of just the dunk shot instead. And that's why it looked a little bit different than what you might think you would do. To get the 2, I mean. So the water hole, nothing too crazy. We just want to enter the water without flying out of it and then get our jumps in. Nothing, again, too insane. We aim at the side because we're pretty close. Get the 2. That one shouldn't really be a big issue. And on any of these, most of these holes are okay. But hole 12, we're going to be a little bit difficult. Decided that I wanted to do on this one. So your ping is going to determine this, but I'm aiming that 2 tiles forward, 1 to the left. And then we're just going to aim at the side of the cup. On Oasis, for some reason, I've found that more times it goes in on the right side of the cup. That's probably just a personal preference thing, though. Don't read too much into that. Hole 13, anytime that mouth thing is open, for lack of a better term, we're going to go ahead and shoot through it on the left side with full power. We're going to try to end up in the sand, but as little sand as possible. This does count as sand, as you see me stop abruptly. And I did have less speed than I would have if I was completely not in the sand. Anyway, so that's a pretty straightforward hole. 14, we're going to go ahead, go 2 forward, 2 to the right. End up over here. Again, you're not going to want to pay too much attention to where I end up because even that is decided by pixel. You just want to make it so that you have little speed while you're heading to the left. It's definitely possible to get into the pyramid, but it wouldn't benefit you all that much. So on this one, we're able to get up here, which is actually pretty dangerous because if you miss this particular shot, you would end up going down again, and it would be probably another 2 shots before you're back in the hole. So kind of risky. 15, I like this little bounce shot over here. It looks like you're going to bounce over that. I never have. Doesn't mean you won't. It's kind of how it is sometimes. But from here, I like to be on this side of the hump. I just feel like you're going to see me make a hard cut here because I decided that I wanted to go this way from now on, and it turned out way better. Definitely possible to make this shot as well. But again, you kind of get the concept, and so I finish it off without showing the proper shot. Again, hopefully that doesn't offend anybody. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, pretty fortunately, I'm going to go ahead and show off the 2 here, but this is only if you end up in this particular spot can you aim where I aimed and have it go in. That's just kind of the nature of this game, obviously. It was pretty clean, so obviously if you get pretty close, you'll be pretty close yourself. Just, I maybe should have been more general with that particular one. 17 is going to be the shot that I think everybody takes. And then, again, we're going to aim at the side. I don't know if I switch it up or not here. Also don't know why it took so long for that particular stroke. I go left here. I don't know if I was just feeling a little squirrely or what. If I was having trouble on the right-hand side, that's why it took me a couple tries. But there's that. Anyway, the full power hole-in-one on 18 is the easiest one. I'd always tried to take some power off and go more to the right, but I've hit this shot like 3 out of 4 times now. So this is how I'm going to be doing this hole. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for listening and all that stuff. I've been kind of on a little bit of a break. We've gone to black as customary, as is tradition. I want to thank everybody for subscribing. I've been getting tons of subscribers recently. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Thanks to the people that stopped by the Zelda-thon whenever you heard this, if you hear this, and all that stuff. So yeah, I've been busy. Didn't mean to neglect you guys. I should have some stuff kind of coming out over the next few days. Hopefully tide you over. But as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Be safe.